Cool. Come on up. What's that? Oh, okay. Let me check that out.
It's a he or
I think I might have fixed it maybe,
Can I
but
have an adapter for my proprietary Mac plug?
Yeah, they're all in the back.
I think it's right.
It'll be the white one.
I changed it to that audio instead of the default.
Change it to what audio?
The audio that was this one.
It's supposed to be the microphone front.
It was the default microphone.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
But that didn't work.
Are you good for sound?
I think so. We're going to use the sound on the camera because the other one wasn't working for some reason. So speak loudly when you're presenting.
Yes. Okay. Hi, I'm Jessica Haley. I worked with a team of 3 people, including myself, one of which are in Oakland. Hi, Jen, and another one in Seattle. Hi, Lena. They're all watching right now. This is our game called Upshift, which is a kind of a rhythm-based puzzle game. So we'll kind of see what's going on in just a sec. I hope it's not too loud, but it's really good music. So
It's actually really quiet.
this is just the intro. So
Ryan will let us know.
so there's a beat going, and I can only move on the beat. Sweet. Yeah. So the goal is to not be on the same tile as see, I died. So you want to be the same shape as the shapes that are coming towards you. You change shape with the tiles that are under you. So also it's really hard to play this game while talking. So you can pass through shapes that are the same, but you can't pass through shapes that are different. So it's all about keeping the rhythm, because it's kind of hard to tell what I have to keep hitting with the beats. Oh, there we go. And then also on the left, you can see it keeps track of your high score. So I got 6 that time. And yeah, so it just gets progressively harder as you go.
Does your shape change while you're on it?
So the shape changes depending on what tile you're sitting on. So since this is a circle, I change into a circle. This is a square, I change into a square. And yep, that's basically the gist of the game. It gets pretty difficult. And yeah, like I said, it's very hard to play while talking. But yep, so we had a composer and 2 programmers, and it was tons of fun.
So yeah, I didn't really get a chance to talk about the format, but Jessica did a great job. So if you are present about your game, talk about like the technology that it was made in, and anything that you learned or anything that was of note that you've discovered during making the game, or anything weird that happened, and also the people on the team and what each person did. So who wants to go next?
Here.
Justin?
Raise your hand. Somebody is helping me.
Yeah.
So you're not really just raising your hand.
Hi, I'm Justin. I
work for a company called State Paralia. I'm the sole owner and CEO or whatever. So I guess it's just sort of an independent thing. Anyway, so this is my Ludum submission. I had a bit of a lazy Ludum, so I had a commission Friday and Saturday, so it's like a 24-hour jam. I spent all that time making guns.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you these guns, but it's not finished, and it probably is not going to be finished on Monday. I'll probably work on it for like another week. But it's called Proving Grounds, and basically the concept is you transform into these 3 different states, and you have to collect junk so you can level up and change into these states. And depending on what state you have different loadout, different gun, and change the way you play. And, so I'll just demo what I have so far. See how it goes. So it's still like in a prototype stage. Got Mr. Boxboy here. So basically, you can see in the upper right-hand corner. So this is the gauge. So it's just collect junk, and then the gauge goes up, and then you level up. So right now it's at level 3 because I can't really level up right now because I didn't implement junk. And so basically, you can shoot things, and you're trying to clear the room full of enemies. So we have this weapon, which is sort of like a mortar shell. So it has like a big kickback, and it can pierce through. It can pierce through enemies. So it's like sort of like laser. Primary struggling right now. I don't know some of that. We're finding this. So basically, if you get hit at all, like you level down. So before you get hit, you have a choice. You can burst, so it levels you down automatically, but it sort of gets you to the room. So just like, you can sort of make that decision.
Awesome.
So you level down, right? So now it's like level 2. So it's like slightly less cool. So you have these missiles. So the recoil system is pretty interesting. So apparently you can just keep like So now we're down to level 1, since the last one, and this is my favorite one. This is the machine gun. You got like little shells popping out. This one's really good for flying. You like doing that kind of thing. And that's pretty much it. So yeah. So those are my guns, and hopefully you guys can play the final product once it's finished. But yeah, let's get started. So the music wasn't mine. I just pulled it from the internet. I think some guy called Culture, he makes like vaporware music. It was like really cool, like 60s and 70s, like retro stuff. Everything was programmed, log on tools, and that's pretty much it. So cool. Thanks, guys.
Who's up next? Here you go. Go ahead.
You're going.
Hi, well, here's the setup. I'm Steven Abrams.
There's no.
This is my son, Max. He's 6.
Hey.
He's an aspiring artist. He does art for some of my games. None of his made it in this one, but yeah.
Well,
There's still time.
He did make art for this game. It's just
Water
not,
and fire.
it won't be on showcase today. So the game that we did doesn't actually have a name yet. It's going to be something like
I know.
what?
Well, I made a title screen, but it wasn't the one that we
Water
talked about.
and fire.
Okay, sure. Water and Fire. That's the name of the game.
It goes water.
Okay, fair enough. And I think Kara has it set up now, so we can just.
Can he demo it?
Yeah, you wanna show him? Show him how it works.
Yeah, you could, here's the computer over here.
You gotta describe what you're doing too. So tell him what's going on.
You press enter, and then here, if you press like this kind of button, you can turn into water. And here's what you need to do. You need to turn into fire. And then if you do this here, and then if you keep turning, if you're fire next to it, you lose.
So yeah, you can transform between fire and water, and you can absorb the element that matches you, and you are destroyed by the element which doesn't. We came up with this concept pretty early on, and then realized it's a really close clone of Ikaruga, which is awesome because I love that game. It was really fun getting the mechanic to work together, and this was my second Ludum DR game. First time I've worked with Kara. The first time, frankly, I've worked with anyone. And
Yep, but that is not working.
yeah, I know. It's he tries to make sure I don't write buggy software. But so we didn't have a musician for this one. That's one of the things I'd love to have for the next round. It was really cool working with an artist this time. So that I think when I first started, my suggestion was, oh yeah, we can have like a triangle and a square. And Kara was like, but I'm an actual artist. So, Kara, did you have any?
I mean, we both had kind of a limited time.
Yeah.
This weekend, and my goals were to try pixel art because I haven't really done anything with it before, and then I also want to try animation because I also haven't really done any animation before. They're not in the game yet. Maybe they'll be tomorrow.
The transition has some stock art that is made by me. So.
All right.
But yeah, we'll try to get that in before the actual competition is tomorrow.
Why is it not working when it's
I'll have to go look at it, right?
So.
Is this Ludum?
I know, you lost.
Yeah, well.
All right,
If
so
you lose, press it.
Max, can you thank everyone for attending our presentation?
Thank you.
No, we have to call.
It's gonna work. It doesn't have a Twitter. This is like disheartening to Eric. It's the only piece of pop culture he participates in.
I don't tweet.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Does this have volume? Yeah, it does. Okay. So, hey.
You need green if you want the speakers.
Oh, sweet.
Real loud for the people at home. No, the talking.
Oh, I need to be loud?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got to reach.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Ike.
I'm Hannah.
And we are Said Yeti. Some people ask if it's Saeed, but like, no, it's not. So anyway, we made this game with this thing called Pico 8. It is a fantasy console, which means it's like a code editor and a map editor and a sprite editor and a music editor and a sound effects editor, and you also play the games inside of it. And it's this really cool project from this game developer called Lexalawful that's based out of Tokyo. And yeah, anyway, so we used it to make this game. It really like puts a lot of limitations on what you can do. So you have limited pixel space, limited cartridge space, they call it cartridges when you make a game. You have limited lots of things. So anyway, here's what we made. Do we have? Wait, what else do we have to say?
Just who did what on the team, and if you learned anything, or
Oh, okay.
you talked about technology.
I did programming and I did music. Did not yet do sound effects, but well.
I did all the art work. And it was my first time working with pixel art, so it was fun.
What's the name of the game?
What's the name of our game?
We don't have a name yet. If
Okay.
anybody's got any good ideas.
Fire and water.
Right now it's called LD35, but I think that might already be taken. So, oh, oops. Okay, so here's the game. Do you want to explain the concept since it's you basically got
Yeah, so you're this little girl on the beach and you're collecting certain items, and then some items, like the shade castle, you have to avoid it, so knock you down with the crabs that eat you. But you can catch the snail and like the fossil.
Wait, the bird animation is working. Yay. Whoa. So I just added these items 5 minutes ago, so they don't actually, there's no collision detection on them yet.
But so she keeps walking in, and eventually, like, an octopus and comes out of the water here and then jumps out.
And
Jumps on her
strangles her head,
head,
yeah.
and like sucks her brains, and then she turns into like.
That would do the entire ocean floods the beach, and then you're in the sea kingdom and you become this squid queen. So, we actually have art for that you can see. It's just not in the game yet. Also, the music's going to be expanded upon a lot. But, yeah, if you go all the way down here and change, what's the thing I need to change? I need to change the notes. Oh yeah, right now it's not C, so I change it to C.
Is this actually what you edited in? This?
Yeah, that's what I edited in. Yeah, so anyway. So then you become the squid queen. And there's going to be lots of like falling anchors and falling objects and fish trying to eat you and stuff. And eventually we're going to add like actual like H2O gravity, which I didn't know how to program, so I didn't do that. But yeah. And then there's also this animation where you transform into the squid queen. And it's all in here. Well, hold on. So, wait, how do you do this? Okay,
So cool.
so you like transform into the squid queen, and oh yeah, this octopus like comes out and strangles your head, as you can see here.
And then she turns
Yeah,
pink,
yeah,
and then she becomes.
yep. And you also have all these. Oh, disco ball descends when you enter the ocean. The music is actually going to start out a little calmer and then pick up, become really disco-y as soon as you're in the water kingdom. And basically, it's like being Super Mario, except you're in the squid queen. But you rack up more points that way, and it's like an extra life. So, yeah. And the end game will be programmed soon, so that actually means something. But yep, there you go. Anything else? Oh, what did I learn? I learned how to do like parallax backgrounds, and I learned a lot about making games in Pico 8. I've never really made my game in Pico 8 before, so this is cool.
I learned how to use Pico 8 and to use GitHub proficiently.
Who's up next? So part 3.
No,
This is fifth.
this will be the fifth.
Oh, they were forced to work.
Yeah.
Alex, are you going to show off the narrative?
Do you have a
Is that all? Let's have a weekend.
It's actually stuff that we did is in their game. Yeah. So.
You're on your team.
So we are Rise and Shine Games, and we have made polymorphic. The idea is you are meant to, you are the little tadpole that you're going to see eventually. So you are the tadpole, and you have to collect food. As you collect food, you will be becoming more attractive, I guess. You go through a few different rounds. The first round is just everything is positive. You're picking up little baby food. Then you grow into this adorable little guy. And in the bottom left, it tells you what you're supposed to be eating. So he's trying to find a red piece. Now, blue piece. You can see his timer. Next, he's going to transform into, we've been calling it a polywog. But the idea is, by the end of the game, you've got enough points to become a frog. And we have a few different types of frogs that you can turn into. So we're going to see what he gets the first time. Go for a high score. Go for a high score? Yeah. We're going to get a volunteer to play the second time. Everybody's okay with that.
Any volunteers?
Alright, we got one. Let this finish first.
What's the how long is it?
60 seconds. Another 60 seconds. We made it a little long. So there's our polywag.
What do you guys make this?
This is Black.js, Dolphin. It's a web-based JavaScript engine. Yeah. It's got a few bugs. I mean, it is what it is.
Ryan Giordano and myself did the artwork, and Anthony and Matt did the programming.
Yep, you said drifting too.
And then Chase, Thea did all of our sounds.
Yeah. Really did a good job.
So we've got 20 more seconds and then we'll see his frog.
Now does taking damage subtract away points?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Okay.
And we hide the points so that you don't know what you're going to get until you get there. Arthur Cantarelli. So we had a volunteer to play one more time. We put in 11 different frogs that you can become. Some funnily bad, some funnily good, and some just kind of happy.
So it's kind of worth playing.
Yeah. So as you can see, we've played a few times, so we're a little more proficient in the controls.
Is it working? Oh, yeah. I'm amazed we somehow eat that.
So the little blue arrow, or the little arrows tell you what kind of where.
Okay. This is friggin' Silent Hill controls, okay? I suck at games. I guess, maybe.
You could go for the low score.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Frog,
Yeah.
like a frog.
Like after we get the
Green, I guess it's green too. Okay, I'm going around. Green, come on, get the green. I should be a less player. Let's do this. I'm good at video games. Now I suck at. Oh wait, complete accident. Okay. 1, 0, and up. I have legs now. Look at my beautiful legs.
Well, every now and then you do lose your right leg. And in fairness, we have no idea why.
Oh, let's get. My leg is gone again. What did happen to you?
The second stage
No,
now.
control the same.
Wait, no. I need bread, bread.
So we use left and right to control rotation and always forward. Yeah, he's doing
I
He
think
might not get the worst score.
I did. The worst possible scores.
Don't say that just yet.
Shut up! I'm good at video games. I think maybe I used to be. I used to be before I played this game. Now I'll never be good at Splatoon again. That's not in any way. Oh,
that was hard.
that was beautiful. I do great. I'm good at video games. Show me my glass.
Life sucks and then you cry. So, what we learned new. I learned the radar system. That's the first time I've done anything like that. Don't listen to what the students tell you in school. They'll use trigonometry after high school. Anybody else learn something new?
I learned how to animate in Spriter. Like, I made a skeleton for the polylog, both at the later levels, and you could actually just like move the bones, and the entire body just sort of moves with it fluidly. So, yeah, real cool.
This was just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learned a little bit more in-depth knowledge of the Splat UCS engine that we use. That was about it.
There is an Easter egg. Get the lowest score possible. If any of you play this later, trust me, do it.
And
That's it.
that's good.
There you go.
It keeps happening, doesn't it?
Is it okay, Michael?
Yep, Alan, up next.
Sure. You should just be able to go through it. Oh, right. So I also, along with Ben and his team, did my game in Pico 8. This was a bit of a learning experience because I'm usually used to Unity. So I've only used this for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. This is the first time I've ever done the compo on Ludum there, so I decided to submit in that. So all the art and gameplay code and sound was handcrafted. So I used, along with it, instead of using the code editor built into Pico 8, I used Sublime Text because it's just easier for me to manage reading it, because this is kind of a bit tough. Yeah, so I did like a Pokemon clone. It doesn't really revolve much around the theme. The original idea did was that you would trade dads to people who come into your store, and that would cause them to evolve, kind of like in Pokemon. When you trade a Pokemon, sometimes they'll evolve. So the idea is that you own a store that sells dads, but they don't stock them in the building. A customer comes in and they say, I want a complacent dad. So they give you a type of dad they want, like an angry dad or a happy dad. So you go back into the dad safari and you got to go look for the type of dad that you're trying to get. It's randomized what type of dad you'll fight, but you just go up to a dad and he tells you a bad dad joke. So there's a little battle system. There's no music, just some sound effects. So the goal is to get that to say the type of dad that the person wants, but in order to capture the dad, you have to kind of weaken it a bit by doing things like throwing rocks at it and food. He ran away, so he's back. So you can keep you keep battling. So he's disappointed now, so I have to give him food to make him complacent. My favorite. The dads can attack you, so you can faint. There's a bit of a game-breaking bug right now where if you die, you get lost in the ether. So I have the dad that I captured them, and now I can sell them to the customer who came in. There's sometimes a bug here where the game will just crash. It didn't, so that's what I was looking for. He leaves, and next customer comes in, you can just do it all over again. They give you tips every time they come into the store, so you can find dads in tall grass. If there wasn't one in here, I have a full map that you can traverse. Art's not that great, but it works. You go, I'm here to capture you. It's the same dad joke, just like, dads do. They tell the same joke over and over again. So I'm here to capture you. I'm dad. So can run away from them. Let me try to see if I can't get a different type of dad. Dad got away because there's they're all complacent.
We all are.
Stop.
You're so damn complacent.
They should be random. Oh, there we go. I want a disappointed dad.
Son, I am disappointed.
Complacent dads are the hardest to catch. That's a little tip. So dads don't want to come out. So despite doing the combo, I kind of just want to take this and polish it a bit, get some of the stuff that I didn't get a chance to get working, like the randomized. All the dads are complacent from the start. I want to kind of randomize that, so you have to strategize and pick what types of dads you're going to go after, and kind of randomize the looks of all the dads. So in order to get this dad disappointed, you have to throw rocks at him. You disappoint me, son. Dad, stop moving. So surprisingly, it's not crashing here. Another disappointed dad. So that's it. So. That's Safari, yeah. That's awesome.
All right, who's up next? Aries team.
How about that zone?
You don't.
You're going up. Again.
Yeah. This part looks really good now. I think I'm asking for I really like doing this one.
All right. I'm Barry Rowe, one half of Roaring Cat Games. Our team was myself, Connor Bell, Lloyd, Rex, and Chase also did some towns for us as well. We didn't get a lot of those in yet, but I did programming, Rex did programming, Connor and Lloyd did art. So the concept of our game is you play as this dagger that needs to attack things and gain energy to transform into bigger and better weapons. You have two modes. You have like a yellow and a purple aura, you're supposed to. And you can only do damage to things that have the opposing aura that you do. That's the idea. What we actually have is you are a dagger that rotates around a little bit and kind of hits stuff, and some rats that fall over. So with that, I'll play the game. Oh, and we wrote this in Java using libgx. So this is my wonderful giant sword with a, yeah, so that wasn't supposed to be there, but we never got the loading animation. It's there. This is the working title as of now. So you play as this little dagger. You can run around. So all of the player motion and attacking, that was Rex. So you can kind of see there's bounding blocks. It's really hard to see, probably. Well, it's way easier to see up there. So you can see one interesting thing that we did here is we have multiple bounding boxes tied to this entity. So we could put, so the idea is we'll put circles all around the blade so that only those parts of it collide with enemies. So it's not just one big box. We don't have to deal with that. So that system is working. The rendering is off. They look like triangles and not circles at all. But so you kind of go forward. He's so angry. So it's not really clear, but I have the purple aura on right now. I can shift over to yellow. So we'll probably change those from a particle system because it's just really not clear what's going on, especially with enemies. There's just too much stuff. But as the purple version, I can attack. And as the yellow version. I did not test the frame rate on those animations, so it's really slow for those rats falling over. It's full time. More rats.
It's the army.
I'm using purple.
That's a timer.
And if you hit with the wrong kind, you actually give them health back. So if I hit, too strong. This dagger is too strong. So this is really all it does right now. You can just keep going, and there's enemies. They will follow you. So you can't go backwards though. So if you just keep going, you can just rack up a bunch of angry rats. And they're very slow, so you can just run all the way to the boss. And they don't attack you yet either. They're supposed to be a boss. They're supposed to be a really big troll that has like a couple different sweet attacks. But nothing attacks you right now. There's only rats. There were supposed to be bears too. There's that bug. So I guess I will show you really quick because we did a bunch of really sweet animations. I'll change this really quick. Because we were working on trying to at least swap out the character. Because you're supposed to transform. You're supposed to get energy from the things you kill. Yeah. So this is like level 2. Nice. You play as this hatchet. He's still angry.
Paperclip.
It also reminds me of the GIMP logo too.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then we've got the hammer. Sorry, everybody has to look at this so many times.
There's no animation for hammer just yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, these don't have idle, but like you get bigger and bigger and more
awesome.
impressive, I guess.
The last one.
The proper word is awesome.
Yeah. And then
No, it's
I think I had those backwards. Yeah, I had those backwards. So this is the one right before the hammer. The hammer is better than this one. Yeah. And then the last one. No, I could've just done this. Instead of making you all watch some terrible stuff. So the last one is, oh, this one does have an animation.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We have to do that. I haven't even seen it animated yet. So I got pushed. So you play as like the biggest sword. And and so you would basically just cleave through everything all the time. It would just be a lot of fun, just smashing rats. That's what we got. So hopefully we'll get some more time to work on it tomorrow, polish it up. But we all kind of had limited time and stuff this time, so see what we can do by tomorrow. Yeah. At least we got
I don't
this
know if
guy.
anyone else knows this in this room. Looks great.
That's it. I don't know. I'm doing some stuff.
So, what did we all learn today?
I learned that accents are good. I usually hate gradients, but somehow magically it looks really well polished and it's just out. So yeah, yay for gradients in Illustrator.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned about the GDX, what was it, Ashley ECS library. It's really cool. It's makes things a lot easier. Like I don't know, like there was the rotation stuff. We initially did it without like a system involved with it, and then we put it into a system that was like none of the code was in like the main effect, so like it was really nice.
Oh, you make anything rotate, that's it.
And for me, this is the first game I've worked on where I was not the lead artist or designer in any capacity. So it was a very worthwhile experience, and I had to learn to draw like someone else does. I had to learn to play nice for once.
Is there anybody else left? Because mine would take a little while.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
go.
left, but I should probably go last.
Okay, just warning mine. Yeah, mine's gonna take a little longer.
Yeah, but just, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That there, that, this is a special.
Hey, really quick, how many people are planning on going over to Z-Bar after this with us? I want to go ahead and give them a heads up call so we can get a large size table. Please raise your hand if you're planning on going to Zanzibar.
Sweet.
So I got like 8 in here.
Sure.
Okay. Are you going to Zanzibar? 9?
Could be in Verona.
We good?
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Faithless and Unity. No working title. Just call it Shifter for now. It's very basic. On the computer, you just use arrow keys to line shapes up, right? But the interesting part is if you get it on your phone, where you actually have to rotate your entire phone to make the shape on the left. The shape on the left always stays at the same orientation, and you have to rotate your phone around it to make it match the other shape. What?
Do you want to show it off on the webcam?
Sure.
Actually, if you plug your lightning cable in and then go to QuickTime, you can actually show what's on the screen. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you? You should be able to do it.
Yeah.
So you have to see the lightning cable.
I don't.
Okay.
No one said it, but the theme for this Ludum Day is shapeshift.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shapeshifting is cool.
Should work. Yeah.
Oh.
Hi. There we go.
Okay. So it'll look a little funky, but oh, it looks like I'm going. So if you watch both the phone and
Hey, could you move a little bit to the left? Or this, my left?
this way? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So I lost. Thanks. But so as on the screen, it'll look weird because the only thing that's moving is the shape. But if I'm rotating my entire phone to get it to line up, and then I've got to rotate to get the things to match on my screen here, and it gets super weird when some of the shapes look the same. Yeah. And in essence, if you get 4 in a row, it's supposed to add 5 seconds, and you're supposed to be able to, string these together forever, potentially, but obviously no one's that good, especially when it's supposed to go faster and faster. It's really bare bones, but it's I think it would make an addicting iPhone app once the balancing gets right. Yeah, but I'm gonna put it up as a web one as well, and people are gonna be like, "This is so easy! I can just kind of hold down the right arrow. What do I do?" Yeah, and that's it.
What did you learn?
Oh, I learned how to use both the gyroscope and the accelerometer of the iPhone with Unity. It was actually really weird because at one point I had to invert and subtract like 180 degrees from the gyroscope. Still can't figure out why, but it fixed it, and that was all credit to Jules. He leaned in and he said, "Why don't you try multiplying by -1?" Now it worked. Don't know why. Don't care really.
Does Unity have built-in libraries for working with the gyroscope?
Yeah, you just do input.gyro and it gets the gyroscope of whatever device it's built on, but it won't get it off a computer because I don't think computers are usually spinning around that often. All right.
All right, I don't need the sound cable because I don't have any sound because I messed up.
Yay!
So, I had gone outside and recorded city sounds because, but I went back and listened to them and they started like, whoa. So, my name is Sina Breyer. I'm an author by trade, which is why I decided to, if I was going to make a do some combo solo, The only way I was gonna be able to do it in time-wise is to make it in visual novel format. So I made a pickle of a mystery. And as the theme, which I don't think has ever actually been said for our friends at home, is shapeshift. Well, as you will see, try to get this up so you all can see the, on the back, can see the dialogue. Oh, that could be huge. Well, I'm going to put my voice acting talent to use and narrate. So, you don't need to know my name. All you need to know is what I am. I'm a shifter. With nothing more than a touch, I can change my form to that of another person. One would imagine then that I would make one hell of a detective. One would be absolutely correct. But that doesn't really matter right now. All that matters is that I hate pickles. Did I just hear you right? Because I know I didn't just hear you say you hate pickles. Is that a crime? It should be. Before I can ask what her obsession with pickles is, the woman storms away with a huff towards the porta potties. Yeah, okay, sure. I still hate the disgusting little green abominations, but now I'm curious. What horrible pickle-loving world did I step into? I may be off duty at the moment, but I'm still a detective. Time to go hunting for clues. By a stand littered with pickle jar stands a man with spiked hair and a brace of clothing, looking awfully agitated with himself. He takes a bite of a pickle. Not Guy Fieri, takes a bite of a pickle. And another. And another. They're so disgusting. I approach him. You seem like you really hate pickles. Why are you here? A question I ought to be asking myself. Hate pickles? Hate pickles? You got some guts saying garbage like that around me. Well, you didn't look like you were enjoying them. That's because they're so sweet. Why the hell does she have to make her pickle so disgustingly sweet? He continues eating the pickle, making louder noises of disgust with each bite. Ugh. I clearly am not going to glean any information of worth out of this man. I come upon a large tent. Okay, so this is going to take a while. So I want to get to the part where I can actually move around and stuff. So I'll just speed through it. Come upon a large tent. At the booth sit 3 men. The middle one noticed me first. Why you there, partner? Come to watch the competition? Competition? What competition? Why, the animal pickle competition, of course. We don't think you were. I'm sorry, I get to the wrong actor in Albuquerque. Nonsense. Come here, let me introduce you to everybody. And there's 2 other judges, the young man and the old one. The young man has a glazed look over himself, so his mind is like a poetry present. The old one as though he really doesn't want to be here. The younger fellow goes by the name of Hugh Cumber. Oh, you all, it gets better. That fine gentleman old swear best my good colleague Jeffrey Bryan. You perhaps remove us some sugar or whatever. Here I thought these 2 didn't like each other. Ain't my pickles to bring people together. I have 1,000 disagreements with that, but I keep them to myself. I was about to introduce myself. The name is Vincent Gherkin, but I just go by Vinny for short. Vinny Gherkin. My daughter Sweetie's one of the finalists in this here competition. I couldn't be more proud. Yep, standard tradition. I ain't ditch this Louis thing. You remember now, right? I'm not the kind of person to forget my manners. I'll ditch this Louis then. With grace. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, look at that. Eric tweeting me. To make your acquaintance. And as much as I love pickles, yeah, I really do. I love the places I need to be. Well, I ain't as real as anything out really kind of stop it. Just be sure to miss you. Yeah, of course. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoes in the distance. Was that Sweetie? Sweetie! I let out a heavy sigh. I want to follow him, but I'm a detective. God damn it. What happened? It was even more crowded before another potty patties. Words around. Oh, Daddy, it's horrible, just horrible. Sweetie, what's horrible? He stops mid-sentence as he glances inside one of the porta potties. I notice it too. Now, porta potties are naturally disgusting, and yes, quite horrible. But they don't normally contain a dead body inside. Jeffrey! He tries to approach the potty, but is stopped by a tall man in a police uniform. This guy was supposed to be green-skinned. On the monitor, the light was so different, and he looked like he had green hair, and he looked like a carrot or something, and now I don't. He was supposed to be, he's Officer Veggie. Well, about her, yada yada, rest of the one from before. She's our prime witness. She's the one who found the body. When she's me, I say you're not getting. So she's on the screen. I know it's Officer Veggie. He doesn't know I'm a shifter, but he knows I'm a detective. Maybe he'll let me take a look. No. Yeah, I do know you. What are you doing here? More squinting. All right, fine. No funny business. You hear me? 3 strikes, roughing up witnesses. We're out of here. We're clear. That's the game. If you try, you have to go around and, since you're a shapeshifter, find a way to get other people's forms so you can collect more information than you could yourself. But if you rough up the people too much, if you try to just, hi, too much, they're not going to like you, and eventually Officer Veggie is going to come out and kick you out, and that's game over. So this is where my abilities as a shifter come into handy. I pretty much just said that, yeah. I did as I want. Remember, I said I need to touch a person to assume their form, and not everyone likes being touched. Most people like being touched. What should I do? So now, someone come up here, because I know how to beat the game. Come on, you volunteer. All right. So this is the part you can basically move around, talk to people, ask them questions, and obviously the way to progress the game is to be able to get other people's forms, you can transform into them and get more dialogue options and such. We're going to talk to the police officer. Something you need, detective. You ask who are the suspects. What can you tell me about the victims? What are you doing here? That's an interesting name you have. Where are you from? Keep your hands off me. Who the hell do you think you are? Strike 1. Don't get strike 3 because I don't want to go through that intro all again. That's a joke, detective. I'm a police officer and this is the scene of a murder. Why wouldn't I be here? I meant before the murder. Oh, well. Yes. It's nothing. Officer, I'm a detective. This is the scene of a murder. Why were you here? He sighs heavily, drooping his shoulders. Okay, fine. This stays a secret. The courts might decide that. One of the finalists, a guy by the name of Dylan Kosher. You met him? No. He's the brother of Salt Kosher, the actor. Oh, don't let me know who that. Don't know who that is. Not a clue. For God's sake, detective, go to the movies for once in a while. Anyway, I heard there was a chance Dylan's brother was going to show up to a pickle competition. Hey, you got me. But if it's true, I wouldn't give to see him. If that's so, I'll let you know if I see him. More glamorous. Anything else, detective? All right, there's nothing else here. You just found okay, so you found the clue there. Okay. Dylan Kosher, his brother, is a movie star, and the detective really wants to see him. So
I got a nose for these things.
Oh yeah. Say nothing clear. And you'll see why. Try to talk to the woman, Tanita. Oh no, you don't, detective. You can pester the others. You're staying away from the prime suspect. Okay. I'm not getting anywhere with her with a good Officer Veggie on the scene. So actually, this doesn't matter taking a while. I should just probably tell you how to do it. Actually, move to another area. So here, move wherever you want. You can see the other areas. There's no one in the shady lane at the moment. That's an empty place.
Fishing.
On the sidewalk. Hey, you person looks like a detective. I am a detective. Yeah, whatever. What was that scream all about? We heard a scream. Was it sweetie? Please say it was sweetie. You two don't know? No, what? Get to the point. There was a murder. Oh, a murder? That better not become some kind of sick joke. It's no joke. Jeffrey Bryan was murdered. Oh, no way! I'm afraid it's true. Damn it, of all the people. He's looking at his sweating nervously. Very nervously. Are you going to be all right? Yeah, I will. Sorry, I don't introduce myself. I'm Dylan Kosher. I'm Spy. Spy, you see, temper. The third. Dylan, the Spy. Got it. The third. Third. Yeah, there's actually nothing to Spy at the moment, so. Or you can move to another area. You just see there the other that's where we were. So you go to the 10 actually. The other two judges, Vinnie Gherkin and Hugh Cumber, standing by the dents. Vinnie looks distraught. Hugh is either as well or is likely staring off into space. I can't tell. Upon my approach, they both look my way. Absolutely gruesome. I can't believe this is happening. We must go for sure. I swear to you, son, no, I like this. None of them are. There's a first, ugly, terrible first. And I mean, you could talk to them, but I don't know how long you all want to stay here. So, the left. Oh, yeah, go ahead and move to another area. I want to show off something. Yeah, go back to the sidewalk. So talk to Dylan. Can't believe the old man's dead. I'll understand if you want some time to process this. No, I'll be fine. Good. In that case, I'd like to ask you some questions. Yeah, go ahead. So, the third one, because we didn't see him before the murder. Where was he? I was sitting down. I'm not feeling too well. Nervousness? No, stomach bug. Bad one, too. I thought you looked a little under the weather. Dylan begins to respond, puts a hand over his mouth in a discomfited manner. So that gets rid of the other options. You can say, hey, are you going to be all right? Dylan falters for a moment, catching his balance, and looks me in the eyes. I think so. I just need to get back to the... He looks away, concentrating on not falling over. He looks like he could use some help. So,
Get him.
now, touch his hand. You can touch him, yeah. Here, hold on, I'll help you. I reach out and grasp his hand, keeping him from falling over. It says, Dylan's form acquired. I was going to have a... But I didn't have much time, so...
Well, that was really nice. That was nice.
Yeah, there we go. And oh, yeah. Thanks again, buddy. It's amazing how much better you feel once you get all that crap out. Feeling better means I may be able to get more information out of him than I previously could not. But more importantly, it means that I have a transformation under my belt. I can't hold on to them forever. Maybe 3 days at the most, but 3 days is more, 2 more than I'll need to wrap up this case. Probably bet I can solve it in 3 hours. First things first, though, I need to move somewhere secluded. And you remember where nobody was. Oh, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, we good.
The
Shady Lane. First things first, because transforming. Rule 1, no one can know. Shifters are pretty looked down upon, even killed in some part of the country. So I can only transform when no one is around to see it. Rule 2, I can't let the person I'm transformed in see me as a blah, blah, you can't. So if you're transformed into Dylan, you can't go back to Dylan where Dylan is. Whether there's someone else you need to talk to there, you can't talk to them because Dylan's there. And rule 3 is just basically saying that you have to act like them. So I have to remember how the person acted and act like them to get what you need. Oh, and there's some plot twist that was some plot device was gonna happen at the end, but I didn't. It's unfinished. Another little transform button's down there, and we only have Dylan, so let's transform to Dylan. So now move to another area. Move back to the tent to talk to those of you. Just to see that now you get different options. Talk to Hugh. Oh, it's Dylan. Chillin' Dylan. What up? How you doing? How you doing? I'm cool. You? I'm cool. Well, cool. Yeah, cool. There's also some things, I'm obviously not doing here, but if you go around and collect information, you have the right information, you realize that Dylan is really, he's a finalist, and he's really trying, all his bets are on Hugh to get the last vote he needs, now that one of the judges, the vote he needs, now that one of the judges is dead, and Hugh is kind of like, what, bro, you need to come, are you gay, man? I mean, that's cool, but I'm not, so, and he'll actually run away to other areas if you keep chasing him, but we don't have time for that, so, I'm good. I'll just go ahead and actually lead you through the whole thing. There's not much left. What should I do? Move back to the potties. So now we have Dylan's form. We can go back to the police officer.
Talk to Veggie?
Yeah, talk to Veggie. So where there's a crime sharing, crime scene, the hell happened? That's where your business. I'm like, hold up, I know you. You look familiar. I don't know, Dylan Kosher. And then he goes all fangirl, like, yeah, whoa, holy shit, yes. Oh yeah, apparently he has no idea. Yeah. Another fan of I'd act like another fan of my brother. Yeah, never mind. I'm getting the hell out of. No, wait, I'm sorry. Please let me make it up to you. Bingo. So tell him Salt is in town because we need him out of here. So I get it. You want a Salt guy? You live in town, right? He's like, oh, really? Yeah, he comes to this competition every year. Well, I don't know. He doesn't even like pickles. I have no idea if that's true, but it should be. Remember, MC hates pickles. That's the most important thing. You hate pickles, which I love pickles actually, but he hates pickles. And he just said he's going to get something that fits for a restaurant, so I'm on it. Woo! Out of here. I didn't even have to suggest it to him. So now we can talk to Arnita, however, we need to talk to her in our form because we're the detective. So yeah, I go back, transform myself, and then move back to the potties. This is as far as I've gotten is you get Nita's form, and that's as far as I was able to get. Miss Offen, yes, her name is Nita Perona Offen. Change the middle syllable into change the middle name into initial.
Oh, Work on it.
I can't even tell this about you. You know the movie star Solid Culture? Yeah, or it's Veggie Trip Out after his brother, or yeah. His brother, yeah. Basically recapping what happened. Trying to add some flavor, like, oh yeah, what happened? I don't know, I wasn't here. That was someone else. So she tried to prove her innocence. And what we gotta do here is ask these three. You can just go ahead and skip it if you want. And so, tell the body, yeah, left you over and then answer. Oh, this is the only thing, like normally choices go away. Normally choices go away if you, once you actually say something, or click something, you hear something, so you really have to remember it, instead of just, oh, I'll go back and see what it was, like, you know, firework game or something. Except for hers, because that's obviously very important. So, do you know the victim? Did you know the victim? Not really. Not like you do. He kept himself alive. I don't think he's married with kids out of real low. So short. And the last one, what do you think of the others here? I don't think you really care what we should, yeah. You know how to sit with this, do you want? Oh, yeah. Mention the middle school, that would be great to know if this game continued on past this conversation. So, all right, so then thank you for her assistance shows up. That's what we all need for now. Thanks for your help. Extend a hand and shake. Yes. Now meet us when required. And that's all we got for now. Yeah, I've been fighting something half this way. So I had a great fervor Friday and Saturday, but after that, a little too far. The story grows and grows. To be continued. I guess that was supposed to end, but I guess it just goes back to there. All right, cool. That'll be a fun thing for.
That was so efficiently delivered.
Yeah. About like how much? Well, so what I learned.
Your presentation.
Oh, great, cool. What I learned. This is my first time using anything that the program RenPy is a portmanteau of Japanese word RenI and Python. This is my first time using anything with Python, so I had to waste a lot of Friday learning that, just the very basics of it. And also my first time ever trying to make anything in visual novel format. I learned that I'm a little better on time management than I was last time, the last jam I was in. But stories have a tendency when you're writing them, think, oh, it's really simple, I'll just do that. And then you're like, oh, but I add that, then I add that, and then it grows and grows and grows. And it takes about 5 times as longer to write as you thought it would. So that's kind of what happened. I'm pleased I got all the coding and the artwork and assets I needed. It's just the story would take way too long for me to put in. So it took a while, but the story was, it's a story. So yeah, it's a little, yeah. All right. Anyway, here back. Yeah.
Is that everybody?
Do you absolutely want to ask?
Yes.
I would kind of like to do this one day, but like do voice acting maybe some actual sound, but
I want to know who the murderer is.
do you now? What?
Who is murder?
I bet it was us, right?
What
We
did you
solve the crime, and then we'll be on the suspect list.
I don't know if you noticed this, but you accidentally named all your characters like people-related names. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was really weird, actually.
Really weird, kind of disturbing. I am very uncomfortable right now.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
You can only hold a straight face for so long.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yep. RPG maker.
We go from no music to awesome music.
Actually, my name is Zach. I made an RPG. Different, but it's on 9%. All right. It's very technical.
skeleton. Okay, 36. Here, this one for the show pass. You didn't bring the charger from home.
No, I did.
Oh, I'll work this. I'll work this. It's on the future.
Okay, well,
He's getting his head start.
you got working?
I'll get it working. You just not bad.
Okay. But I made an RPG using RPG Maker. I don't have any like actual like music for the actual game itself. All I have is like the intro music, but that was pretty much just already put in. The title I have for it now is LD36, which you said was the name of the event?
35. We messed up.
That's all right. Jump ahead. It's good.
You can use it next year. Nobody will know.
This is the only actual first game I like actually made myself, or actually ever, for that matter. But my brother Jeffrey actually helped me a lot, so thank you, Jeffrey.
I just showed you what to do.
Yeah. Do you want me to show?
What do you want? Tell me where to go and I'll take them there.
Come on, man. Come on. Can't. Do you want to steal my thunder? I have this like little igloo here is your house. There's this is like the main like spot that you start off on, but you have your house, which is a little igloo, some little shops, and then have a mission area over there. But first, I'll show you your house. Now your house is the whole phrase. It's a lot bigger on the inside than it does look on the outside. So teach everybody for making fun of your house. This just had a 2,000 gold, so you know you could kind of start off and buy some weapons, armor, everything else. So let's go to the shop and get some things. Have a little bit of spending spree on this.
Make it real.
Yeah, make it right. This is the little shopkeeper. I don't know why it didn't why it cut out at the end and it didn't move down lower, but it was hello, are you looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Like you want a weapon to protect yourself or you want to get some armor? I added in anything that was from 100 to like 600 in damage, or no, in like a cost, because I was gonna add in everything, but then my brother was like, well, do you think everybody's gonna want to head down to the head back to the start of the game to get stronger weapons? So thanks, but that's it. All right, this guy is kind of like the mission guy, and he'll give you kind of like missions, kill 10 monsters, and I'll give you 100 gold. So you can accept that. If you get some good weapons and armor, then you can go around and just keep upgrading your guy until you're ready to move on to new places. It's just kind of like a secret room. Maybe he's hiding something. I don't know. I was hoping to kind of add in like an Easter egg, but I'll get more detailed later. As you can see, there's like a kind of like a deserty area. This guy will help you for that. He's kind of like a boat guy. Right over here. Want a boat? Yeah, sure. I didn't make it to where you had to pay because I wasn't sure how much money I was going to have after that. You can take a boat. Then there's kind of like a little inn. I'm going to try and get everything before moving on because I don't want to leave, really anything else. 100 gold for a room, and then you get the deluxe suite, which is a great thing. I absolutely love it. Eat a little bit, come on, I'm a game character. We don't really eat much. Hasn't really been added in the game mechanics yet. They totally should do that thing. Go down the stairs. You can see it says inn. I forgot to tell you at the mission guide it says guild, but then we go into the little cave that mission guide sends you into. So I kind of just played around with it, the design. Usually for like every now and then it's just I think like 10 steps. For 10 steps, it's you run into something, rather it's slimes or it's slimes or bats. Yay! I see something. Yeah.
These are all like pre-made license.
That's not your G. Now we're gonna take our little boat.
It comes with a lot.
That just made my great, like 2 seconds of music there. We're gonna head into kind of like a little base here, just kind of a little place. I was gonna make these to where you could go into, but I didn't really have enough time. But that's kind of just scenery. As you can see, there's like a whole bunch of houses, and then there's kind of like this big place, but I'm gonna save that for later. It's actually really cool. I'm gonna try and save like in my opinion, the best for last. And music stops. All these are just for show. Well, actually, just try to fill in some space. Then you got kind of like a little kingdom, and so walk in here. Got kind of like a whole city, some like food and plants, a church. Yeah, okay, run a little bit. Got an inn. You can't really go in anything. Bad jokes, I know. Very bad jokes. You can't go in any of the buildings though. There's a little graveyard. The only thing you can go into right now is the castle. I was just kind of sitting over there next to my brother, just kind of touching up on some of this before I had to go. Hence the reason I went last. So. No. Time for a long journey back. Oh, there we go. Was there running there? Oh. The one curse of putting everything on walk into a doorway and it spawns you into another place, it gets very annoying. And the one all right, now this next place, I'm really happy, and I actually got to a lot of the way I wanted to. This is kind of like a boss fight, but I gotta really take down this guy's health though. But this guy, got some guys that tried to take him on earlier. Unfortunately, he wasn't as cool and awesome as your little guy here, little 8-6 character. And then you get into a big fight with this guy. And there goes all Great game, guys.
What did you learn?
Having it be my first game, everything that I didn't know about making a game before, so just about everything really. There's no one particular thing. I mean, it's not like I had any idea what I was doing before this, so I can't say, oh, I learned this. Too much to talk about, or what did I learn?
Oh. But it's the return. How many games was that we showed so far? 10 games. Round of applause. Nice.
And here come 11 more, so I guess I have more than half of them.
What?
Hold it up. Should be.
Okay, yeah. So, brief little intro, because this is probably going to be a little confusing already to some of you. In 2009, Nintendo released the next installment in their fairly popular series, WarioWare. This one is called WarioWare DIY, Do It Yourself, because it is a game about making games. It's really near and dear to my heart. It's where I made my first games. I was at my friend's house. He was like, "Hey, I got this game used from GameStop for like $2." And I was like, "You can like make games, but like, I'm sure there's like 3 different games you can make." He's like, "No, you can like make games." And so like I stayed up to like 4 in the morning in his bedroom. But he was asleep and I was making games on his WarioWare DIY cartridge. That was the first time I ever made a game, and then I ended up like he was like, "Just take the cartridge." So just as a fun thing, I'm doing. It's a really interesting engine. Like you can actually do things. There's a whole. I started learning Game Maker like a few weeks ago, and I opened it up and I'm like, "Wow, this is just like WarioWare DIY." It's pretty incredible that there's any amount of capacity to actually create new original things. Anyway, it's funny. It's novel, and so I have some games. Yeah.
Let me turn this up.
There we go.
Cool. All right. There's a bit of a glare.
Yeah.
So yeah. There we go.
So
everybody see that?
Yeah. Actually, you ready?
Okay, just get set up.
Yeah, I'll hold the camera.
Well, you get it set up. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll play it, but you set it up.
Yeah, it's kind of a little intimate thing, you know. It's like it's a handheld device. It's really something that's designed to be shared with friends and stuff. So I prefer not to present too much of it here. I wasn't even going to present it all. I was just going to say, hey, you can come play on this DS if you want. But I did make a little collection of just a few, like literally 3. And I was just going to, so a quick demo.
Right there.
Yeah. And then
just play.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to hold me.
Okay. Is that good? Okay, done.
It was a little ambiguous.
Move the camera up a little so you can see the bottom screen. There we go.
This one's stuck. Oh no.
Yeah, I could make it random, but it would, since it's like 9 pieces, I'd have to. I'd rather not. I made 11 games, but it's very tiring.
Yeah, we haven't seen all.
I know, and like I said, if you want to see the rest of it, you'll have to play it yourself. Maybe you can do the money. You can make a money game. There you go.
One more.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that was one you touched.
Yeah. I was hoping with that one I would have a little grace because it's easy one like
I still don't get how that works. I love it, yeah.
it's like the traditional style of rock
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
Maybe you'll learn something.
That one's a bit tough.
You want to put out now?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. You want to talk to me about?
What is
I can
this?
tell you
What's
more
on
about how you've got like switches, states,
What is
religion, it's pretty wild. I mean, the silly little music under it. Oh god, I love this game. So yeah, awesome. Ludum.
Is there anybody else that made anything? That they want to try?
Yeah, that's why.
This is yours?
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
it. I was trying to find my cards there. I was about to make an announcement. Like,
So, I guess we should announce like events that are coming up just real quick. On next weekend, do you want to talk about that again? Next weekend, what we do?
EKU is doing a workshop called Burn the Keyboard. It's about alternative controllers. It's like an all-day workshop on how to build weird controllers and different. A guy, Jerry Belledge, who spoke with us like a month or two ago at our site, is doing their indicator. It's like $10. It's on Saturday.
And then the next weekend at the same place is Vector, which is the first game developers conference in Kentucky. So that's going to be really cool. So definitely come to that if you can. Eric and I are going to be doing a roundtable discussion on HTML5 technology and games.
If anyone wants to carpool, like let us know. Like, we can all meet here or something.
And anything else coming up soon?
The pixels?
Yeah.
So the 27th to the 29th will be the 48-hour Kentucky Fried Pixels jam. Similar to Ludum Dare and Global Game Jam. Come bring this game or a new game or a game you've worked on previously. Come flesh it out, make something out of it. So the 48 hours will be just for prototyping, kind of improving it, and then there will be a month of development time. So and then everything that is done at the end of the month will be put into a bundle and sold on HDI.
Yeah. Sweet. Anything else anybody want to add? Our next regular meetup on Sunday is going to be the day after Vector. So, yeah.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. And we're going to have a speaker, Ben Prunty, who did the music for FTL and Gravity Ghost pretty soon. I just have to iron out the dates.
When is
Yeah, that's Run Jump Dev has new agreement. I'm not sure. I'll put it on the calendar because I'd like to get some people together here the night that's going on to watch that, and hopefully it's on Wednesday.
I think it is this week.
Okay.
I don't know what day, but.
What? No, he's not. But he's going to meet up with us Google Hangouts.
Okay.
Okay, so if anybody wants to go with us to Zanzibar, just say that you're with Alex. That's the name I told them. That's me. And you won't have to pay cover, but don't hang out in the area where they're having the concert. We're going to be outside on the patio, and I reserved a table for up to 12 people. So if you'd like to go, just say you're with the party that's with Alex, and you won't have to pay the dude at the front door. He can be kind of aggressive. Yeah, I could not get in one night. So yeah, just meet us over there. If anybody doesn't know where Z-Bar is, let us know, and we can give you directions.
Let's do a round of applause for the 11 games we made. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
Feel free to hang out for a little while.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get things cleaned up a little bit organized. Most times you are stopped serving food at 10. So I just want to make sure that we get up there. If you need to. If anybody can help pick up your own trash or trash that's nearby.
All right. Thanks so much.
Let me know what you get.
Oh, what day of the week is that?
Oh, thank you.
Shoot, that's Wednesday.
Garbage.